Well, it has been just over 2 weeks since the interim chief, Adrian Diaz, took the reins at the Seattle Police Department. For the first time today, he sat down to talk to King 5's Chris Daniels. Chris, he is already facing some challenges, isn't he?
Yeah, Joyce, keep in mind there is still significant pressure to make big cuts to the Seattle Police Department, and today Chief Diaz sat down with me and said he believes he is in the best position to make those reforms. Seattle Police Chief Adrian Diaz making the rounds today and acknowledging missteps in the last few months.
You know, my focus is really to try and avoid the use of CS. I think that really jeopardized some of our relationships with the community.
He made his first move, shifting detectives to patrol, a way, he says, to improve 911 response times. It comes as discussions continue at City Hall about cuts to the department. So where are you going to trim the fat, so to speak, in the police department?
You know, we're already, having those discussions. Many of those discussions are with the mayor's office and the city council and myself to figure out how do you right-size the department, how it needs to handle certain levels, when it comes to your calls for service.
Are you prepared to cut staff?
Right now, we're not talking about cutting staff. I'm really focused on making sure that we keep our department whole.
Every move comes as the department also remains under federal oversight. Merrick Bob on the way out the door, the federal monitor suggested that Seattle, the police department, needs somebody from the outside to come in to reform the police department.
We need to move the department forward. I already know the areas that we're going to be, addressing, which it comes to demonstration management. And I think those are the things that we've got to figure out. How do we move this department forward to address very specific issues? Because we did accomplish 10 of 10 when it came to many of the reforms that were needed to be done. And we're still committed to that. I know that he said, it needs an outside chief, but let me tell you, right now, I am the chief that's going to move this department forward.
Unlike his predecessor, Diaz says he has had discussions with Seattle council members about proposed changes in his department. You may remember that was a point of contention with Carmen Best. The council has until next week to make a decision on whether to override a mayoral veto of some cuts. That's the story for now. Live at Seattle City Hall, I'm Chris Daniels, King 5 News.
Chris, thank you.